so we're gonna start this real quick. It looks like Non-Toxic Esports and Iron Gladiators are going to be able to play tonight after all. So we've got it rolling. We are about to get this thing going. And maybe.
Blue team's
Here we go.
turn to ban.
All right. So match one between Iron Gladiators
Red team's
and
turn
Non-Toxic
to ban.
Esports. We've got what appears to be the norm for the last week or two, marksman. Expectation would be that we see Valheim next, but maybe, just maybe, we'll get something different. And Arm, obviously a fantastic pick as well. Let's see what he sticks with. He does
Blue
go with the
team's
Arm.
turn to ban.
I do play with some of the guys from Iron Gladiators quite a bit, so I am a little bit familiar with what they like to do. But they have kind of shifted a little bit here recently. A couple of their players, and I'm not
Red team's
completely
turn to
familiar
ban.
with their 5-man squad as it sits. So I am sort of interested to see how they mesh together. Their second ban is going to be the Chognar ban, which is pretty much, that's got to be up in the 70-80% at this point. People do not want to face Chognar. His ability to clear CC is just absolutely vital. And if he is available in the game, you're missing out if you don't get him. There's that Valheim pick that I was sort of looking for. And that's been pretty prevalent in the last, well, we'll say the last 2 months. Diachan would be an odd pick. Violet would not. Currently, as she sits has to be one of the highest damage output characters in the
team's
game,
turn to
without
ban.
question. And her ability to move is absolutely insane. Still got a couple of guys that I play with that really dig Joker a lot, but even those guys that have been fighting the Joker over Violet
Blue team's
argument
turn
for a
to
long
pick.
time, they've given up. They've moved over to Violet
Red
as
team's
well.
turn to pick.
And Iron Gladiator's first pick goes with Yamneth, to which I will refer as Groot for probably the whole match, or Treebeard, just depends. Depends on the moment. And it looks like we are going to get Malik. There's still a lot of time though. You're gonna need somebody that can do some damage to that Groot. And Malik with his true damage would be a very positive pick for their team.
Blue team's turn to pick.
Looks like Private did that troll drag on the time to give them time to think. But sometimes that'll throw the other team off as well. You kind of have to play the ban game. There are so many different ways to do it, even if it's just sitting and letting them overthink what their choice is going to be to respond to you. Every little bit matters. A lot of people, I mean, like we were talking about in the previous match, a lot of people look over that kind of stuff. But he did not. We got the Roxy. Provide a little bit of jungle, I would imagine. she's going to hang out in the jungle and probably just ride that Slayer lane. And Yorn, who currently has some pretty incredible damage. Xenial should be interesting. Or should it not?
Blue team's turn to pick.
Yeah, we get the Cricknack and Omen. So we've got Cricknack with the crazy damage and chase abilities. We got Omen with his lockdown, and he's still, even though he's less powerful than he was, he's still a pretty strong character damage-wise as well. However, I don't know how well he would play against a Kilgroth. So if that's the way IG goes, it'll be interesting to see those two kind of pair up. And Jannar.
Red team's
Jannar,
turn
who is
to
on
pick.
an absolute warpath in ranked right now. I don't know that I've played a single match this season, which has not been running but for a few days, but he has been in, I want to say, every single ranked match I've played. Looks like we may end with a crushed to really balance out the hit points on the NTG side, because they are, I mean, Cricknack, Omen, Tulin, they don't have a lot of hit points. Tulin does have an incredible amount of survivability. Malik does as well, and I think that crushed will really kind of mesh everything together. But then Pura would also be a strong choice, and it looks like that's the way they're going to roll with it. So we opted for a little more in the way of CC with the Pura and the heals, which are really effective. They'll be really helpful for that Malik. We will see how it all comes together.
Seconds remaining.
Alright, so here we go. We've got a bunch of golds. It's so weird at the beginning of each season to see gold, 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 platinum, platinum. I'm definitely not used to seeing that. You see it at first and it's confusing and scary, but then you know these guys are all pretty solid. Well, we get to see some cool skins too. I really like that Omen skin. The Tulin skin is pretty strong as well. Honestly, that may be my favorite. Maybe of all of them. I'm pretty sure this Roxy is gonna be the point of contention. Let's back off a little bit. we got quite a bit of activity in both jungles from NTG. Looks like the setup is there, so they've got protection on their buff. Kilgroth is, or was, steadily kind of moving over. It looks like we got a pause from NTG. Alright, and we are back. So we got active movement on the support. She is really staying on top of that Jannar and really waiting for an opportunity to give this Tulin a chance to dive in. Up top, we don't really have much going on. A lot of potential for action at the bottom. But even at level 1, level 2, you know, Malik is just super, super strong. So, looks like we have a little bit of preparation for the Abyssal Dragon. But a lot of preparation elsewhere as well. We got Kilgroth. And he's going to start. We get some people to jump in. Kilgroth is not going to. Well, he does make it out. NTG really controlling that with Tulin's damage, Malik's damage. Kriknak is able to get out, so no real concerns there. And NTG kind of converges on the middle. Looks like they may continue. Nah, they're going to go back to their rotations and not get split off too much from their plan. However, got a little bit of action going on after all, and Tulin takes down the Roxy. Kriknak thought he wanted some of that, but once he saw Jannar, he backed off. And NTG is able to take the dragon without really much push. They had that Yorn and the Groot, but doesn't look like they were able to make too much of a difference. And back to rotations. It looks like everybody wants a part of the river, but the guys at NTG are really a little more committed to it. We got another pause from NTG. See, they're playing really smart. They're committing to the river, but they're not committing to too hard, and they're definitely not overextending, which kind of puts them in a position for success. But no one's really committing to a fight right now. It's all about the control. We got a lot of setup. Remember, the players are still able to get experience from those waves, which is huge. And we've got a fight going. Malik jumps in. They're able to take Groot down fast. Yorn is not going to be able to get away. Jannar jumps in to try to make a difference, but there's just so much damage going on right now. The best thing to do, which is what he did, was back off. And looks like Tulin and Malik are going to take that tower down. Now Tulin goes further and gets the kill. That's a great move by Tulin. He gets his passive to pop again, just for protection. Is he gonna? Nah, wasn't able to get much off there. But they were not actually able to take the tower down, which was kind of surprising with all the damage that they had, which essentially was Malik. Malik is barely going to get away. That Tulin is not going to be as lucky, I don't think. He is, but that Tulin's playing really well. He's annoying, but he's doing a little bit more than just simply being annoying. He's able to get the damage out there as well. Sort of surprised the Abyssal is still up, but I don't think that it will be for long. Cricknack able to get another kill on that Roxy. Well, to get the team's second kill. We've got Kilgroth moving in. He's getting finally the Tulin goes down, and we got the Pura down as well. Malik is by himself. He's gonna jump out, and he does not have very much support at all. And Cricknack bounces as well, and they are able to jump onto the dragon. Looks like Malik is not going to move up, so they're going to get it uncontested, and that's going to be a pretty solid win for Iron Gladiators. They're going to move down on the Malik at this point, and they will take him, I believe. They are not able to kill him. Cricknack jumps in on the Jannar. He blows his ult and is going to just get away there. Cricknack, however, Cricknack's going for blood. He jumps on that Yorn. Yorn goes down. Groot throws his ult, but his ult was a little bit late for the Cricknack, and now he's going to pay for it. He is able to push Tulin into the tower, but is not able to get the kill. Well, the tower's not able to get the kill. So we've got quite a bit in the way of action, but still not a full commitment from either side. We've got some 3-on-2, but nothing on a massive scale just yet.
A red team tower has been destroyed.
And Kilgroth is able to push that tower and get a kill. I think he is best. Yeah, he paused, and that was all that Cricknack needed. We got Roxy and Jannar moving in just for positioning. I don't think they're gonna. Yeah, they're not gonna engage. It would not be a good idea for them to engage. Yet Jannar, he's there, but he is able to get out. Let's see, Tulin just not doing much, but he is there. He takes a little bit of damage from the Yibneth ult, but not enough to really matter. And then he jumps in, gets his passive damage off, and doesn't really do much past that. That Cricknack is really getting fed at this point, though. He's getting built up, and that does not play well for NTG. They are able to get the kill on him, but Tulin just gets away, and IG is not able to do anything about it. They opt to back off of the Abyssal because everyone was hurt at that point or dead. They did not need to put themselves in a situation that they could get ganked.
A blue team tower has been destroyed.
Malik is finally able to get that tower down, so that's going to give him the ability to kind of free roam. But the Yibneth is there. Roxy as well. So there's a lot of potential on both sides. Malik and Pura, I believe, has the advantage. And now with Tulin, I mean that's definitely not a good idea. Malik jumps in, he's able to get that cleave, really get the damage out there. And then a late engage for the Kilgroth. I don't know. I mean, he's chasing these guys, but he's not able to catch them. That was definitely not ideal for that Kilgroth. And positioning. Everybody's worried about positioning right now. It's basically getting ready. Omen is able to get the top tower, get a second engage, but Cricknack's right behind him. I really thought that Cricknack was going to jump in on that. That Roxy is getting some damage done. Jannar, if he can get close. Oh, and a nice flicker from Jannar, and he's able to take the Omen down. Meanwhile, Kilgroth, all day, he put the heat down, but he was not able to get the finish. Was able to take the Malik, but I mean, Malik doing his job, trying to cover for those two mages. And you've got to give props to any tank that understands that sometimes it's your job to die. And then you get to see everybody walk away. But it's a success. A little bit of farming going on, a little bit of scouting going on. Cricknack just does not want to commit to that. A little bit of setup, looks like from both teams. That Jannar hits, Kilgroth jumps in, does a little bit of damage, but NTG backs out. It looks like they're going to take this tower. They're at least going to try. Malik jumps in, really creates a wall. And I mean, Yibneth can do a lot, but I don't know that he can tank that much damage. A little bit of setting up, but no commitment. There's the commitment we were looking for. Finesse on Yorn goes down. We've still got 4-man roam. We're getting really close to towers, but with minions, it's not going to play into IG's favor. They're now in the base, and they should just be able to take the core. I don't think any. But Kilgroth is on patrol. This Kilgroth and Roxy to back him up is just absolutely going crazy. So Kilgroth and Roxy clear out the entire 4-man group. We've got Malik still alive, Roxy right there, Kilgroth right behind her. And it's a strong commitment. But they're going to go for that in the Abyssal Dragon. The Abyssal Dragon buff is available. And I'm not sure if Malik isn't going to try to hop in and do something about it. Kilgroth backs out and goes after Malik. And that's exactly what the team needed. And they are able to get the buff and the blessing. Let's see who got the blessing. Was it Roxy? Jannar? Did anyone get it? bit of setup going on. Looks like they're going to work on that jungle a little bit and just kind of group together as a team. They're going to take out that Kilgroth, I think was their goal. Cricknack jumps in. Kilgroth is just not in a good spot, but he does not even care. He's going to go in on that Malik. Malik's got his cleave hit, so he's got true damage. Yeah, and Kilgroth just smokes him as well. You got a little bit of hope there for that Tulin, but a little bit's not going to get you far against a guy that is just absolutely wrecking it. He's currently 11-3-1. And he has 12,000 gold. The other team has more people with gold, but overall, I mean, where it drops off, yeah, and they're just gonna steamroll the base. All right, so that is gonna be match number 1 of NTG versus Iron Gladiators. It was it's pretty back and forth. I feel like the Tulin, yeah, Tulin was definitely the MVP for the NTG side, because he was just terrorizing for a while. But man, when that Kilgroth really hit his ramp, I mean, there was no stopping him. Looks like But all in all, NTG had a strong start. They had what appeared to be a pretty solid game plan. It did not come together in the end. Once IG started really going for that Tulin and focusing less on the meteor characters and going for those squishies with the control and the damage, that really turned everything around. And then Kilgroth just smelled blood and went for it. Let's get that. Yeah, well, they're already in. Hop up. Now we get to see where everybody on NTG is as far as their ranks. Logo was master. Not sure about the other guys. NTG has some pretty strong guys on their team. I'm just trying to make sure everybody is as situated as they can be. And this is going to be match 2 of NTG versus Iron Gladiators. Yeah, I know everybody's going to be surprised about that, but Kilgroth is done. If we go to a third match, I expect that to fully be the first ban from NTG, because that was unnecessary. But you know, at the same time, what Tulin was doing was pretty brutal as well. So you gotta give it to both sides. I think both had some pretty strong game plans. Slims is done, Violet done. And Marja. I mean, Marja is good, and I do play Marja, so, you know, maybe I'm a little biased, but I just feel like there are characters that are banned that are less powerful than Marja, and it's still a good ban because I don't see enough people playing Marja. Like, she is not, though the buff did help, she is still not a terribly popular character because, really, I guess because of her kit does not function in the same way as most characters. Like to actually get her to reach her damage ceiling, you play her very differently than you would a standard character. She's more like Chognar, and that was definitely an expectation, not really from NTG, but from any team. Valheim is all over the meta right now, and if you were listening into what Bags was saying earlier, it's currently, as things have progressed from like the patch we were on when the game hit in NA, Valheim has been adjusted. But we haven't seen just an absolute buff, you know. It's not like he needed much. He's a strong character as it is. But now that people really understand how to build him, you start to see the true capabilities of the characters. And it's sort of happened with characters like Marja as well. And IG rolls in with Roxy, and they get Rourke as well. So we've got the Abyssal lane covered, we've got the jungle covered. Logo, who I believe was our Tulin last match. A little bit of adjustment on the IG side. I did not expect to see Talanis, but Talanis is a pretty good marksman, I guess. I use her a lot, but I know a lot of people complain that she is not meta, which I can understand. I just looks like we're going to go with Malik and Mina to really round out their team.
Red team's turn to pick. Seconds remaining.
Alright, sorry about that dead time. I'm responding to messages. I'm doing all kinds of fun stuff. So overall, kind of went over most of the team. We ended up with Malik on the NTG side. We've got Valheim, which is pretty critical, whether played as an AP or AD character. Jannar, who is brutal, just brutal right now. Mina, that gives you a lot of control and some tankiness to cover. And Finnick, who can do a ton of damage. He's just a monster. Other side, we've got Xenial, who is an incredible character with a global ult and a heal, which definitely is a win. Roxy, who is a high-powered hero with a lot of hit points and a grab, which is always good. We've got Rourke, we got Crixie, and Talanis. So let's see how these two teams come together. Got a lot of almost going on right now. The closest thing we've got to some action is Roxy versus Malik, but that is not going to come to fruition. And Valheim Talanis. Mina's going to kind of slide in and wait, which is always fun, but they end up backing out. Still got the Xenial just sort of chilling. Meanwhile, Jannar, Crixie, this might be where all the action's at. Let's just hang out in mid for a second. We got 48 seconds on the dragon, and a lot of people just watching and waiting. Mina's really tired of seeing the Xenial get all that vision. He's going to push him down. You got Crixie just kind of waiting and takes the damage she can get. I don't know that was the best idea, but they both end up taking some damage and getting out. Still a lot of preparation Meanwhile, we've got Valheim versus Xenial and Talanis. And everybody from NTG kind of rolls down as soon as the dragon comes up. Really start laying that damage down. I don't know that... Oh yeah, that Crixie was going to try, but... Logo just laying on the damage with that Fennec. We've got Rourke staying back, not getting too close, but just trying to clear a little bit of that wave. Meanwhile, that's going on. We've got NTG getting a little more bravery points added to those characters, and they're gonna slide out and try to get something going. Malik gets jacked by that Roxy, but it's not gonna play into her favor. As soon as he frees up, he gets a cleave out, and he ults and takes her down. NTG in a position right now with 3 dead that they can really make some progress. We're 3-0. They've also got a dragon kill. This is really a time for that team to shine. Jenar, Mina, Fennec still clearing his jungle while they were able to clear most of the enemies. And Jenar slides in just in time to get that wave. So all good things right now. It looks like NTG is on top, both by gold and also by kills. Dragon's going to be up in 30, so that gives everybody a little bit of time to clear wave, get situated. Now it looks like NTG is not going to do anything. Okay. I thought they were going to kind of push on that Crixie and try to get that tower, but they opt to back off. We've got a pretty heavy commitment from both teams. Just waiting for the Abyssal, which it's now live. So everybody jumps in. We've got ults flying, logos. Probably Lee lives anyway, and they are just able to eat IG alive. We do have a couple of survivors, but that Talanis cannot take much damage. And there's the Abyssal. And they're still putting pressure on that tower, which is great. That was a great play by NTG. Let's see. Yeah, Xenial's going to get out and try to help out up here, I think. No. He does not. Oh, yeah, he did. We got Malik. Malik up top now. Just rotating as needed. Malik is an incredible presence to generate attention and to, just simply to clear waves. He's not one of the guys that you want to go one-on-one against. We got Rourke jumping in, not in a beneficial situation, but I don't know if he had a bad feeling or what, but he made a good call getting out of that. Crixie getting a little close. It looks like NTG is going to pause it. But all in all, just looking at everything as a whole, NTG pretty much has controlled this match up to this point. And we're back. see. It looks like IG's just clearing wave and then moving right into the jungle and just trying to get some experience in gold to catch some levels. They are a little bit behind. Meanwhile, yeah, and that dragon goes down faster. Oh, Talanis almost. You know, I like your style. Unfortunately, it just did not work out in your favor. Still got 3 minutes. Well, nearly 3 minutes before that. Man, my Discord is blowing up. Let's see. And IG really sticking together. Don't want to commit too hard, especially when you got a Malik. Even by himself is a dangerous presence. Got everything to set up. Just waiting for that ideal moment. And it looks like it may be soon. Xenial Crixie taking a little bit of heat. I don't think. Wow. And Fennec just absolutely wrecks her. Xenial goes down as well. Jenar. And we've got a pretty strong push incoming on mid from NTG. Don't know that Roxy's gonna be easy to take down because of the tower. She is able to get away.
A red team tower has been destroyed.
This really shows the difference that Kilgroth made last match. We've still got some strength coming behind this Rourke, but at 1-1-1, I think what they really need this Rourke to put out a heck of a lot more damage and put their team in a situation to win. And it's gonna be critical that they don't lose that, and they are able to get the dragon. That's gonna be 3 dragons for NTG versus 1 dragon for Iron Gladiators. The gold difference is currently right at about 4, less than 4, we'll say 3. Rourke just kind of bouncing around, just getting the cover. He is able to go in on that mid tower, and you can see that even though he doesn't have his 2,000 damage a second tower abilities, he is still an incredibly strong character, and he is able to dip out before he's in any true danger. I mean, technically, I guess he's still in every bit of true danger. Abyssal's back up with the buff. Xenial is hanging back, and NTG just takes that dragon down fast. Valheim gets Dark Blessing. And we've got a strong commitment to the Slayer, and maybe Malik takes it? Nah, it looks like IG, yeah. They are able to get it, but they are not going to be able to take this team down. Buff versus buff, they just did not have it. Jenar, Fennec, Mina, you guys are all the MVP there. Jenar still pushing hard. That Crixie just wasn't gonna make it out of that no matter what she did. I'm not even sure Flicker could have helped her.
A red team tower has
And we got a little And mild push going up mid. We've got a little bit of pressure, a little bit of pushback from Talanis. But that hook, that Mina hook, is a problem. No matter who you are. We've got some action going up top. And NTG just kind of backs off. They summon a dragon up top, basically to keep Malik entertained while they defend off the rest of the group. But ideally, they're gonna need to defend off the rest of the group like soon, because that dragon is already dead. So you've got a little bit of range, but so do they. Both teams are fairly average as far as the actual, yeah. And we finally get some Talanis action, just taking some kills. But that's about all that was going to happen there. So there's that. Looks like Logos, who played Fennec in this match, was really tired of everybody, and it was time. He was coming for blood. Jannar, as is expected in the current meta, just did the same thing, just steamrolled. So that puts this match at 1-1. I'm gonna go ahead and make the final lobby, which is 45-22. I should maybe do that. 45-22. Looks like Iron Gladiators are ready to go. Run to the bathroom real quick. We'll get this third match rolling.
Blue team's turn to ban.
Alright, and NTG with their forever positivity with the go. So we are in. We've got Iron Gladiators on the home side, so they get the first ban, and we'll get the first pick. Iron Gladiators, sends Lindis on her way. I feel like we already know what this first ban will be, but I'm curious to see if they make some adjustments. Yeah.
Blue team's turn to ban.
Let's see. Jannar is done.
Red team's turn to ban.
Either one of those would be a good pick. They opt for Slims.
Blue team's turn to ban.
Violet, which is a good pick.
Red team's turn to ban.
And I'm not gonna say anything, but all the incredible characters that are still available. Alright. With the draft.
Blue team's turn.
Alright, so we get Yibneth, which is
Red team's
a
turn.
good pick for most teams. He's pretty versatile, both as a support and as just a true tank. I feel like you can get a better true tank, but I also feel like literally everybody in the game would argue that with me. Logo with the Fennec again, even though he pretty much
Blue team's turn.
wrecked shop. They're gonna let that happen. So we got Malik and Fennec. The question is, with all the characters who are typically banned or are accepted as being just very strong, we just gonna let that go from both teams? I mean, I'll give you Krignac. I mean, he is incredibly mobile, and we take the Talanis again.
Red team's turn to pick.
I'm still, I guess I just don't understand the Talanis pick, but I do know that, I mean, her range is crazy good. She can do some pretty strong damage, not compared to other marksmen, but she still can do some solid damage. Meanwhile, potential Raz, there it is. I like it. Curious to see how that kind of comes together with the team. You got Roxy with a lockdown, you got Raz with a bunch of CC type things, Malik with a shield and a cleave that heals, and Fennec. Definitely not a bad team choice so far. I mean, maybe we'll throw it at the end and get Violet. Who knows? Not Violet. What's her name? Oh my god, I make fun of her so much I can't even remember. Illumia. Yeah. Jeez. Like she doesn't even exist to me. And we end with Irie and a potential L'Oreal. We're gonna get to see L'Oreal? Cool. I like it.
Red team's
L'Oreal has kind of moved herself, not by any means into the meta, but she has become a more popular character recently. really seeing a lot of Mina picks, which is not a bad thing. It's an interesting thing, but definitely not a bad thing. So we've got the team set up. Let's see how it all comes together. I don't really see a lot of movement there. And just for the people that don't know, we did get affiliate, so there are subscription options. Definitely subscribe to the channel. We will continue to provide content and continue to try to build the league into something big that everyone in Arena of Valor can enjoy. So we would definitely love to have you as a part of our tournament via Discord or via, just playing it. I mean, definitely watch. But this is not the only tournament or the only thing that we do in the PVL. We are gonna go back to doing some smaller exhibition tournaments to try to bring in just more and more teams. Ideally, I want to be able to provide something each week for everyone. Just one thing each week for every person that is involved or plays Arena of Valor. As always, if you have suggestions, definitely let us know. You can message us in Discord, in Twitter, in Twitch. I mean, everybody's got my email. But definitely just stay connected, because I am going to continue to do my best to provide you with something to do. You and all the teams.
Welcome to Arena.
Really just a team thing.
Get ready. Minions will be deployed in 5 seconds.
So we got movement. Rolling in. What's going on? New Cricknack. What are you talking about, Nani? I don't understand. I missed the first part of it because I didn't have Twitch up. I just had this thing streaming. And everybody's kind of going to their respective areas. L'Oreal just kind of chilling. You got some planned attack preparation going, but no attacks. We've got Malik just hugging that tower. Treebeard and Talanis. Not much happening right there. Talanis does move in, starts getting some damage out. Raz is able to escape. Malik gets there behind everybody, but that doesn't mean he can't do quite a bit to turn the tides of that fight. Unfortunately, they opt to back out, and looks like Irie is just working on clearing a wave. They're gonna need their mid to be a little bit more engaged, because things like this don't happen when you control your jungle and your lanes. I don't think they're gonna be able to steal that, but Cricknack does steal it. That is awesome. Nice job to Roar. Oh, nice. Roar's their team leader. Not that that makes any difference in the match, but it just means I get to talk to him occasionally. We got a little bit of back out going on, but still heavily committed. into that river. And Malik, you've got to give him credit. He backs out of mid to make sure that Raz gets all the XP. If you play in most ranked or casual matches, that will literally never happen to you. If there's a buff there, everyone needs it somehow, regardless of the buff. I mean, we've got some heavy activity going on in mid, but they're not far enough forward to do much. But now that they're getting some people moving in, they have to get out. Like I said earlier, I think someone in my guild plays with Logo. I never have. I've heard a lot of stories about him. Nothing bad. He seems like a nice guy from the people who, that I've asked. But you can't really call him a nice guy when he's shooting a slingshot at people, I guess. That's some deep psychological stuff right there. What's your weapon of choice? A slingshot. Alright, so the Abyssal is back up. We're at 4 minutes and 20 seconds. You got 4 on 3. L'Oreal really is going to set the tone of this match if she can stay alive. And we're in, but not a lot of damage going toward it. Looks like IG is going to take a lot of heat from that. Malik does get the cleave. And then they're probably going to get this dragon again and just generate more of a separation between their opponents and themselves. Let's see. Got a little bit of movement going up. Spirit Sentinel does not go down, which is a little odd. Doesn't look like basic Raz. Irie goes down.
A blue team tower has been destroyed.
There's a lot of potential. But I think without any real commitment, I mean, you can go a little bit further out and still have the tower's protection.
A red team tower has been destroyed.
And the Talanis and the group take out that tower. They're gonna die for it, like, without question. But you guys needed those kills. You guys are definitely in need of quite a few kills, including, but definitely not limited to, my skills. Maybe not on all mages, but let's just say in general on mage, I can maintain. I cannot do so on a guy like Raz. He's just so different. I can't. He's too warrior-esque. But I give props to the people who can truly control with Raz. And Talanis, yeah, you see that? He sneaks through, he pushes out, and he's able to push that Talanis back in. He doesn't get the kill, but that one little spot right there gives you a clear perspective on what Raz can do, even when he's not gonna jump in completely and commit. He can still control where the opponent is.
Tower has been destroyed.
He looks hard. Well, I say that I've never played Raz, not a single time.
Destroyed.
So maybe Sky, maybe you can give me some tips. We've got heavy commitment in mid. It looks like Cricknack is, yeah, he just gets smoked. He gets a lot of damage out, but he wasn't able to get any kills. And they're just gonna chase him down and take advantage of the fact that they were able to get some damage in at least and end up clearing everybody but Talanis.
Double kill.
We're right at about 4,300. Yeah, that's what it looked like. You got Raz just rolling around, but still dies. Cricknack was probably not the guy to do that. Or to do that too. But the problem is going to be, to me, is IG being down what they are. I don't think I would be committing in the jungle. Let's see. And that they're consistently doing that. Not when you're lower, anyway. When you're down, definitely don't do that. And I'm gonna say the Slayer's going down unless mystically this L'Oreal teleports halfway across the screen. It does not happen. Raz, meanwhile, is really torturing the tree guy. And it's gonna put that buff and the Drake is gonna put them in a situation where they almost can't lose.
A blue team tower has been destroyed.
We got the hard push going in, that Malik just swinging the cleave, just trying to keep everything clear. And from there, it doesn't really take much else. All these guys are going to push hard for that core, and it doesn't look like Iron Gladiators is going to be able to stop that fact. They can tank it and still take it down. And that's what happened. So there's that. So it looks like Iron Gladiators overall just really needed a little more commitment from everybody, I think, because they would jump into team fights with two, thinking there were two opponents. There would very quickly, those two would turn into 3 or 4 or 5, and they stayed separated rather than just converging and just jumping in and taking on. We didn't see one 5v5, which, I mean, it was not a terribly long match, but like some of these guys were saying, Fennec just absolutely controlled this match. And last match, but the Raz, to me, was the one. I mean, he was doing some work. And again, not even from a damage standpoint, from just the ability to position for yourself or for your team. It's always fun to watch those guys. So, that is going to be the end of that. So that is that. I'm gonna bounce out of this, and I'm gonna give everybody props. Thank you for watching. Sorry that the stream was split. There was a little bit of confusion. We got everything corrected. Thank you for tuning back in. If you are not familiar, we do this every Wednesday and every Thursday on 2 different streams. We have a stream going here at twitch.tv/Premier Valor League, and the other is always sort of a bigger name as far as a person, in One Rain. So definitely check him out. We'd love to see you here on a regular basis, and we're very, very happy that you are bringing yourself to watch. Have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow.